Hey, and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're in the world. Welcome to FPL Don't Panic. 7:14 p.m. here in New Zealand. As I said in the last video, had no sleep last night. Stayed up all night watching football. A couple of really good games in there. Really good fun games. Currently on 71 points with Bruno to go. Yeah, ain't going to be no green arrow this week. An 80 pointer, I don't think this week will necessarily give a green arrow. The triple captures for Haaland did their damage, as I kind of knew they would. But yeah, we'll do a final game wash up after. You never know, bigger miracles have happened. To be fair, you know, a couple of goals and assists, you just never know. Wilson's the worry, of course. Wilson is the worry. Pretty highly owned now, was I think the top transferred in player for game week 17. What I want to talk about is the game week 18 team. I've gone and done it, folks. I've gone and done it, and I did the transfers, and I know that's foolish with the game week not even over. However, I was just trying to monitor price rises, price falls, all this sort of shite. I'm just taking the punt. I am taking the punt, and I've gone there. The only player I've got to go is Bruno, who is virtually indestructible. When does he ever miss a match? So I will be watching nervously, and obviously watching out for any yellow flags, because I've used my 2 transfers. I've been talking about doing this since game week 9. If I had done this in game week 9, by my calculations, I probably would be in the top 100k, and that is just the reality. That's just the reality. As you can see in the spreadsheet, this exact team, I've been cranking well over the 70 points average from game week 13. The midfield and front would have been this front and midfield. O'Reilly would have still been in there. Timber would have still been in there. Lacroix probably. It would have been more or less this team. Maybe a few tweaks here and there in the defence, but pretty much this. I've got no doubt this would have been serving me a 70 plus and more average. I mean, if you just take what I've got there, this exact team is averaging 63, and I have been pretty much perma-captaining Haaland. So you add his 2, 14, 2, 13 and 16, so basically doubling those. Story of my life, tales of what might have been. But I've gone there now, ironically in the bloody game week, where a lot of the strikers did start to find a little bit of form. Voltamide, Thiago didn't, of course. Ekitike, Voltamide. There's a song in there somewhere. Yeah, and a few others did bang in a few goals. But the pattern this year hasn't. So this would have been this pattern. Oh, this striker looks as though they're going to do it. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'll bring them in. Yeah, striker problem solved. Oh no, they're blanking again. So is it going to be a case of that again? We don't know. This game is mental. You know, it could drive you absolutely potty. I have looking at the numbers, and the numbers still looking at the numbers for, you know, the top defenders, top midfielders. Obviously Haaland, if he can continue his form, just says, you know, that you're going to get your best numbers out of defenders and midfielders. That still stands. So I've got me a powerhouse midfield. Let's just run this through this a little bit. Yeah, I've actually got just a little bit in the bank. I have gone Rice. I was going to temporarily go with Szoboszlai and then move to Rice, but Szoboszlai got his yellow, which means he is suspended. So I've just gone straight to Rice. So I've gone straight to the dream powerhouse midfield one that you've been listening to me, have heard me talk about long and often: Palmer, Foden, Saka, Bruno, Rice, and with the Haaland up front, the one striker, and playing with a back 4. I've got 0.3 in the bank. The plan probably is to roll a few, because as you can see, my bench is incredibly light, and I do want to make a couple of little tweaks here and there, potentially to deepen the bench if I take a little bit of money out of defence. But really, you know what, I'm almost comfortable just playing with the 2 dead spots for a few weeks and just see how this goes. because as an 11, particularly when I do make some of the changes in defence that I plan to make, such as one of the very, very easy ones, hopefully in a game week or two when he's back, will be I have exactly the right money. With sorry, actually I've got 0.3 in the bank, but Timber, the price that I bought him at and how much he's gone up, I can literally just straight swap for Gabriel. O'Reilly, for the time being, I think I will stick with. I think I might even stick with Chow, believe it or not, for Newcastle home fixtures. But that's where I think it will be in the Chow Lacroix, where there will be some sort of a tweak potentially. I can just about get to Chalobah. Actually, I think I might have to tweak Chow. But there are so many really good. I do want Chalobah in certainly around game week 20. So as I said, the plan is to roll a few, maybe make those tweaks. I don't think it will be particularly easy to create any more bench depth, so it is going to be what it's going to be. And if I have an injury and whatever, hopefully I have a couple of transfers up my sleeve, because at the various price points, you know, I can get good replacement options in fairly quickly, particularly if I've got a couple of transfers in the bank. But I do need a couple of transfers just to make the final tweaks in defence, which, as I said, would probably be Lacroix to Chalobah, Chow maybe to Keane, which would actually give me a little bit more money in the bank, I think, except some worry around Keane, of course, will be the potential return of Branthwaite. But I could go to O'Brien. I'll have a look. I do like some of those Everton fixtures, and I like the Everton defence in general, particularly when they get their AFCON boys back. Those are stories for another day. I just really do like the look of this team. I wish I'd done it sooner. We sort of have a look on Hub how it stacks up. Hopefully you can see this. Just see if this comes up in your end. Bear with me. Just see. Oh, it did. Hurrah! Okay, give me a second. Let me just see if you guys can see that on your screens. Almost, but not quite. That works. Yeah, Hub seems to like it, and gives this particular for game week 18 98%, predicting it with 66.3, so that's not too bad. Not the highest game week rating, and 94%. Says in the bank there's 0.2. There is actually 0.3 in the bank. Maybe there's already been a price change since I've done this, but yeah, I've definitely got 0.3 in the bank. Looks pretty good. Game week 19. Plan will be to roll, and yeah, I like the look of that. It's pretty much showing me the 70-pointer. Little rotation got on there in defence with Chow coming in and Michele dropping out. There is actually some not too bad rotations here. The fixture's never going to be 100% ideal, but by then about 19 maybe I can make some of those tweaks. I think it's 20 where it looks a little bit iffy. Still not bad though, is it? It's not bad actually. It's still pretty good. Just looking at that. Chelsea at home for City. I don't mind that as a fixture, to be honest with you. I think Chelsea do concede. Triple up on Chelsea. Triple up on Arsenal for Bournemouth. It's not bad. It's not bad. 21. What does 21 look like? Ooh, that's where we might. That's where yeah, Liverpool. Well, Liverpool. We'll see where Liverpool are at then. We will see where Liverpool are at by sort of around that 21. Can't have perfect fixtures every week. Still showing a very healthy 69 points there. What could we look at doing there? Could potentially look to bring in Mukiele and bench someone. I don't think so. I think the likes of Rice in particular. I think that the tougher fixtures actually suit him. And let's face it, Liverpool still only managed a 2-1 win this morning against 9-man Tottenham. So let's see how it develops. But certainly for 4 or 5 game weeks, this is where I'm going. Once I've made those defensive tweaks, one of the things I might do going onwards, but I've got to be careful that I can get back to my premium, could be, you know, sort of picking a player, and if I've got a couple of transfers up my sleeve, you know, targeting Wolves, for instance. If I don't know, whoever's got Wolves, who's the likely top scorer in the team playing against Wolves, like one most likely is to get the goals, and just bring them in for 1 week, maybe 2, and move back. So there is that, you know, that potential, you know, to still target fixtures. What won't be a huge amount of room for manoeuvre. I mean, what I want to really do is just let this go, and as much as possible roll and build up transfers, have that consistency in the team, stop the bloody points dodging, and know that within the team, I've moved to have actually just put Keane in there, haven't I, for this one, but as much as possible, which is exactly that for Wolves, you know, bringing in, you know, for this maybe, you know, an Everton asset, an Everton asset, I don't know, maybe it is bringing in, I can't really think of anyone else from Everton. Well, maybe Dewsbury Hall if he's back by then, you know, against Wolves at home. Don't know. These are stories for another day. This is kind of now just sort of all locked in. It's done. Nervous wait for the next game week. The good thing about the next game weeks is they're going to hit us hard and fast. I think we've only got about 5 days till the next deadline. Fingers crossed, come through that unscathed, and then it's only a few days later, I think, where we've got the next deadline, so I'll give a chance to get those couple of transfers in the bank. If there are any injuries, fix them, but in the ideal world, make the tweaks I want by about 19-20 with Chilaba and possibly an Everton defender. Maybe look at the options. You know, this is ever shifting sands with FPL. Maybe other options will be presenting themselves by 20. That's it. It is done. As I said in the spreadsheet, it looks good. Of course, it'll come crashing down with a 30-pointer next week, but we'll see. Looking now, as I said, we're getting just, you know, game 18, 19, so a couple of game weeks, we're right at the halfway point of the season. Just have this really set up nicely, and try and crank those 70 points regularly and start, you know, climbing those ranks, get myself into the you know, the top 100,000, certainly by 22, 23, 24. I hope. Of course, it could all come crashing down around my ears, but as I said, it's done now. We'll obviously monitor this pretty much on a weekly basis, or as it is going to be in the run up to the new year. You know, we're going to have game weeks hitting us thick and fast for the next few weeks. I'll be back with a Bishop Brennan Cup, and a final wrap up of the week. Fingers crossed, Bruno, please do me a favour. I really would have liked to have avoided the red this week, but it was always going to be very difficult with you know, 200,000 or 300,000 or whatever the hell it was, Haaland triple captainers. So as long as we don't hopefully drop too much further, which is not entirely impossible, yeah, I need Bruno to do something for me. Come on, Bruno time. Take care, have fun, play your own game, do not panic. I'll see you in the next day or so. See you soon, bye bye.